What up, Dokkaners? I wanted to do a fun little video on Global discussing this new little social media thread that Global Dokkan has been doing for the last couple of days. Since we are now within the final month of the 9th anniversary, or until the 9th anniversary, Global Dokkan, just like myself, we have been dropping, videos and posts regarding the 9th anniversary to just try to build up the hype. So what they're doing right now is they are going through the 5 most possessed LRs in the game, and this is only for Global. And I like these types of things because it speaks to the larger audience of Dokkan players and consumers, because what we see as a collective in these YouTube videos, in the comment section, on the community posts, on social media, is only the vocal minority of players. Most players don't watch content creators. Most players don't follow social media. They just play the game. So this information is just the aggregate total of all of those different players, not just the ones that we speak to, the vocal minority, if you will. So that's why I like looking at these things. The last time we had some sort of a reveal like this, I believe was 8th anniversary, where they did like a poll to ask people which characters do you think are used the most during the 8th anniversary, and then they put like a bunch of the 8th anniversary characters: Spirit Bomb Z, Spirit Bomb GT, the Gammas, the banner units, some of the free-to-play characters. Obviously it was like the LRs, the main LRs, but still, it was fun to see that, right? So just like that, I wanted to go through these with you guys. If you guys don't use social media, you might not know about these, so I wanted to go through them. As of right now, number 1 has not been revealed. So at the end of this video, you guys can post down below what you think the number 1 LR most possessed is and why. Post your various theories if you want. If you guys have been enjoying all the content, by the way, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 90,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So as you can see from this first video, the number 5, the 5th highest possession rate in Global, is LR Autonomous Ultra Instinct. The UI Goku from 6th anniversary makes the cut at number 5. Makes a lot of sense. It's been 3 years since the character first released. The animations to this day are still insanely hype. The character is incredibly hype. UI was a phenomenon in and of itself when it first emerged during Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power arc. So it's natural that a Universe Survival Saga UI Goku being in the top 5 makes all the sense in the world. The EZA hasn't even dropped on Global yet. That is definitely going to change the numbers, probably after 9-year anniversary. So if they do something like this next year, I would not be surprised if UI and maybe Royal Blue are among the top 5. I'll tell you right now, Royal Blue is definitely not on the list. All right, I can tell you this, even before we got the other reveals, I already knew Royal Blue was not going to be there, because when you compare UI versus Royal Blue, UI is a new form. Royal Blue is just a shinier blue, plus Goku being the main character, Vegeta, you all know the bias against Vegeta, plus he's not that good. And I hate saying that, but it's true. Royal Blue Vegeta is just not as good versus the UI Goku back when they first came out, and then even now. But with the EZAs that are just about to happen, that will change the conversation. So maybe by this time next year, if they do something like this where they look back at the top 5 LRs, maybe Royal Blue does make the cut. So at number 5 is UI. Then we go to number 4, which is TEQ Vegito Blue, the 5-year anniversary LR, who had his EZA last year, right, during 8th anniversary. So this unit has seen a massive resurgence ever since that EZA. Plus, coming off of the hype of the 5th anniversary, having 4 years in existence, this character has probably seen a lot of banners, a lot of people summoning for the character. This character is far more appealing than he used to be. So Vegito being in the top 5 is also pretty nice, because this means that something as early as 5th anniversary is still relevant. You would also think that because, this is the most possessed characters, you would think like older LRs, like maybe the year 3 LRs would make the cut. But don't forget, each and every year as we have progressed forward, the game has increased in popularity. So every single year, more players join in. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all of the players that existed back during year 3 is enough to factor in and overtake all the characters that have joined since then. So I don't think the year 3 LRs will be seen in this top 5 at all. But year 5, I guess, is probably the earliest that we would go. So that's pretty cool. Vegito being in the top 5, I like it. Going up to number 3. So this is where I thought maybe Gogeta would show up. And I guess he kind of does in the 7-year Super Saiyan Gods, which is also cool because this is only 2 years old. So since its release 2 years ago, the game has increased in the amount of players that it is now among the top 5 in most used characters, which I think is really, really neat. That just speaks to how popular the game is, how much traction it's been building. Dokkan has been on a roll. I mean, since things kind of slowed down a little bit during 8-year, yes, but like as a whole, overall, the major celebrations have not missed, and 7-year really like pushed us into a new age. 200% leader skills, red zone, you know, the power creep really just took hold during the 7th anniversary. So it is nice to see a 7th anniversary LR in the top 3. That leaves 2 spots left, and as of me recording this video, only number 2 has been revealed. We still don't know what number 1 is, and number 2 is the 5th anniversary LR Gogeta. I did not expect this. I thought maybe Gogeta would be number 3, but Gogeta being number 2, first of all, as a Gogeta fanboy, I'm very happy because it is nice to see Gogeta get the respect that he deserves. I know that people are going to be like, oh, Gogeta better than Vegito. I love doing that troll. Let me once again, let me be very, very clear. All right. First of all, I love both fusions. I like Gogeta a little bit more, but I still love Vegito. But it is nice to see Gogeta on top of Vegito in the standings. So with this guy being number 2, that to a 5-year anniversary LR, does that mean that a 4-year anniversary LR could be number 1, or a 3-year? It's possible. But what happens with LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? What happens with LR Royal Blue Vegeta, if you still think that that could potentially be a thing, or any other LR that might also be in contention? There is only 1 spot left. So here's the question. What is the number 1 most possessed LR in the game? The obvious answer would probably be this. So I'm inclined to go with my gut and say this. I did have a gut feeling that this guy would be in the top 5. Granted, I did think it would be in number 3, not in number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably an easy gut answer, but I do think that there are 2 other possible LRs. One of them, I cannot remember for the life of me where I saw this, but you know, maybe one of you guys remembers. I think it was during maybe like a quiz thing or a data thing during some online event. Maybe it was like Dragon Ball, not Sparking. Dragon Ball Battle Games, what is it? Dragon Ball Battle Hour, where they did like a quiz with the producers of Dokkan, or maybe it was like a Heroes presentation. Proton, help me out here. Where did they talk about Gohan being the most popular character? Because there was a time a while ago where this, I think, was the number 1 character used in the game. And to this day, this is still one of the hardest hitting characters in the game, especially when he goes Super Saiyan 2. This guy's EZA brought him back on the map in a major way. Still a very accessible, very user-friendly character. Granted, kind of showing some age a little bit, but still a fantastic character all around. So I think that this could potentially make a case for number 1. I don't remember where that was, where they first said that this was one of the more popular characters. It might have been a couple years ago. Since then, things have obviously changed, so this might not be the case. But then the other option that I want to show you guys actually might have just been spoiled by Dokkan just in this graphic. If you guys have noticed, number 1 or number 5 was UI Goku, right? Number 4 was Vegito. Number 3 were the gods. Number 2 was Gogeta. So it kind of just seems like they might have just shown the answer right here, with number 1 potentially being the STR Goku Vegeta. Maybe? I mean, it makes a lot of sense. This character was part of worldwide download back in 2020, an incredibly popular character. I remember doing a 5-way collab summon. It was with Nolar, Goresh. Oh, it was supposed to be, but Truth never showed up. It was D-Free, Nolar, Goresh, myself, and it was also supposed to be Truth. But we did a big collab for this. Everyone was going crazy for this Vegito. I mean, Super Saiyan Vegito, I believe it was Goresh who said, Super Vegito is like the most popular character in Dragon Ball in Japan. So this character being number 1 makes a lot of sense too. I mean, you can make this case for a lot of different characters, but one of these guys being the number 1, I don't think that there's any other LR that could even come close to this. Would there be? Unless, of course, you go like earlier anniversaries. So maybe Dokkan already spoiled us, and maybe this is like the rest of the list. Maybe top 6 was actually the Super Saiyan 4s. Maybe Super Saiyan 4s was actually number 6. And maybe these guys are part of like the top 10, top 20. I don't know. I hope by the end of this, they actually give us a full list. But yeah, maybe Dokkan already spoiled it. So let me know your picks in the comments down below. Which one do you think is the number 1 most possessed LR in the game? Not your favorite, not like the best overall, just the most popular. Let me know. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, which pick do you think is number 1 and why? And if you were to maybe list out the rest of the top 10, let me know who your number 6 through number 10 would be in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.